is our perpetrator. This one's not going to be easy to find.
Won't the bright red suit and beard give him away?
Who's down there?
Santa, you're fatter this year.
Have a piece of fruit, for God's sake.
This holiday season,
Incoming!
Tim Allen is giving till it hurts.
What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the 1996 Tim Allen Christmas movie classic, The Santa Claus. Now, I grew up watching this movie. This was one of my favorite Christmas movies growing up, and I watched it again the other night, and I gotta say, it holds up. It still is a very, very enjoyable film. Even the fact that I'm 41 years old, and I don't know how much of it's to take in the fact of just nostalgia, but it's just a well-done film. It's a lot of fun. We're not even going to talk about the second or third one, though, because those definitely are not well-done made movies. Those are just absolutely horrible. But the first one is very good. Let's talk about it. The Santa Claus is about Scott Calvin, who's played by Tim Allen, and he just kind of plays this work-oriented kind of father that's not really around for his child type character. And what happens is one night his son is at his house for Christmas Eve, and Santa Claus shows up to their house. Tim Allen accidentally spooks him, knocks Santa off the roof. Santa disappears, and Tim Allen has to become the new Santa Claus. One of the things that's really enjoyable about this movie is it answers some of the questions that you maybe would have watching this movie as a young child, and certain types of questions about Santa Claus that maybe you didn't know the answers to. Like, how does Santa Claus get down a chimney to a house that has no chimney or has no fireplace? How does Santa get into the house? How does he fit all the toys into that bag? How do the reindeer fly? How does he travel all over the world delivering presents in a single night? Like, they answer all these questions. They do it in a very fun and clever fashion. I found that to be a very magical and fun part of this film. Another thing that's a lot of fun about this movie is there's a lot of stuff in it for kids, but there's a good handful of stuff that's gonna go over kids' heads that's more adult oriented and jokes, you know, for people that are a little bit older.
It's okay, I'm used to it. I lived through the 60s.
Which is nice, because it's nice when you have movies like that so that, you know, parents can see it with their kids and you don't feel like the movie's made just for the kids or just for the adults. There's a nice little combination. It's a well balance between the humor and what's, you know, more adult humor and what's less adult humor. And this film does a great job of doing that. Now, when you break it all down, though, this movie is really about believing and not believing. I should mention that Tim Allen's character in this movie is divorced from his wife, and she's either married to somebody else or it's the boyfriend, who's played by Judge Reinhold. And throughout the whole movie, they're trying to convince the child, Charlie, that Santa Claus doesn't exist, you're too old to believe in Santa Claus, and all of this kind of stuff. And it breaks it all down into basically believing, what to believe, what not to believe, just the magical aspect of certain things. And it really has a true kind of Christmas spirit element sprinkled in throughout the entire movie. It does a really good job of kind of showing how people can judge a book by its cover or label people without really knowing them. This movie is a lot like Miracle on 34th Street. There's a lot of the same similarities. Like in that movie, the guy that plays Santa Claus, everybody thinks he's insane because he's saying he's Santa Claus. In fact, he goes to court and they're going to throw him in jail because they think he's insane. And Tim Allen, it's kind of the same thing. He's trying to, you know, he's becoming Santa Claus, or he is Santa Claus, and even though he doesn't really admit to it too much, his son Charlie the whole time is always trying to tell everybody, hey, look, he's Santa Claus. And over the course of the movie, like he starts gaining weight and growing his beard really long and white, and all these changes that's happening is completely out of his control. But to the minds of the mother and the boyfriend and everybody else around, they think he's just lost his mind and he's playing this role of Santa Claus and taking it to a new extreme. So there's even a scene in the Santa Claus where he loses custody to his child. So there's a lot of labeling. It shows a good job of how people can label people without really knowing the facts. And it's themes like that that they do put into this movie that makes it more enjoyable for an adult aspect too. Like children are going to see that, they're not really even, that's going to go right over their heads. But to an adult, that's something that they can appreciate. And it's actually a very serious theme. Now let's talk about something that's a little more happy, not something that's so serious about this movie. Because there's a lot of fun parts to this movie. Let's talk about the North Pole. The production design did a fantastic job on this. The way that they created it with all the different types of elves and toys and the machines to make the toys, and it's the whole entire North Pole. When they first get there, when Tim Allen, after the first night of delivering toys to Santa Claus, gets there, it's just beautiful the way the reindeer and the sleighs coming through the clouds, and it looks really nice. And they move down to this very peaceful North Pole type area, and it's snowing and everything looks beautiful, and this little elf just comes out of nowhere and punches in these codes into this very 1990s looking contraption, and all of a sudden the reindeer just disappear and end up magically in their and wherever they're supposed to be, and then the sleigh goes down into this magical like workshop, and they do a very good job of creating this. I give a props to whoever their production team was. They probably took a lot of time and a lot of research, and it looks like it's fairly big. It's in like a big like 2-3 level type area, so I'm not really sure where they filmed it, but it looks really cool. Now another thing too is this movie came out right at kind of the height of Tim Allen's popularity. Home Improvement was still on the air. So if you enjoy Home Improvement and that type of character he plays, you're definitely going to enjoy the Santa Claus. He pretty much plays the same character. He even does some of the same kind of corny little lines that he uses in Home Improvement in this movie.
That is exactly why you want a high-quality fire extinguisher right in the kitchen. We're done, Comet.
So if you're definitely a fan of that type of character, I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy his character or his portrayal of Santa Claus. It's a little unorthodox, but still works. So if you've never seen the Santa Claus, definitely check it out. It's a great movie. It's family friendly. Like I said, you know, there's themes in it that are more for adults. There's themes in it that are for kids. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. And I think it would definitely be a crowd pleaser to watch around Christmas time. I know for myself, I love it. I watch it every single year right around Christmas time, and I enjoy it every single time, and I don't really ever get sick of it. Out of a possible 5 Christmas trees, I give this 4. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know that you guys like what I'm doing. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good, happy holidays, and I will talk to you later. Bye.